Welcome, my Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 7-card draw, cast and clear read for this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus, April into May 2021. Another really long intro. Hi, I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mel for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions. The Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. Perhaps you've heard of me. You can call me Mal. Hi. Just kicking off another series of lunar reads. We're doing a waning moon read this time for you all. And the guides just this morning gave me a whole different way of doing it. Really digging it. So let's get down to business, as I've been saying as of late, and then we'll get down to business. My book, Words of Grace, is up on Kindle now, and actually my Kindle editor, Dylan Martinson, is in Aries, and today is his birthday, the 20th, the day I'm recording this reading. It'll probably go out tomorrow, we'll see. So happy birthday, Dylan Martinson. And if you would like to go see his work, what he did with the Words of Grace that me and editor Jill Schweitzer did, he turned it into a Kindle for us, because sometimes it takes a millennial to get shit done nowadays. So links in the description box if you want to check it out. And though we haven't done one in a week or two, our Facebook page, the Drawing the Circle Productions Facebook page, has been monetized. So we're doing Zoom format. I subscribe to Zoom. We're doing Zoom format events, both paid as well as free, on the Drawing the Circle Productions Facebook page. You might want to go subscribe, because we're bringing in a medium, and not just me. It won't just be me. That's the thing. Drawing the Circle Productions is a production company, an S corporation, because it was founded in 1998, May 1st. Do the math. Been doing this for a while, so really kind of interesting how the past year has turned things around in my career, and not that I wasn't turning around 3 years ago, certainly was, but to be in a place to be doing this work, I'm lucky and blessed and thrilled. So you want to check out my other work, links in the description box. Now let's talk about you, shall we? Why not, Aries? We always want to talk about you, don't we? What we are doing here is a 7-card draw. One card from 7 different decks this time. Let's see, we've got 2 tarot decks, 2 healing systems, and 3 oracles to get you the clues, tips, and hints about what to cast for, intend for, right? Put out into the universe, however you want to see that, for a new moon, right? For full moon, right? When the moon rides at her peak, then your heart's desire seeks. So what are you going to cast for? And then what to clear for the ensuing waning moon. So regardless of when you catch this, right? I'm going to try and get all of these out before the actual day of new moon on a Monday. By the way, we are looking at the full moon, in Scorpio on Monday, 11:32 p.m. Eastern. I'm in New York. Don't make me do math. And then we're looking at the waning, right? The shrinking, the releasing, the letting go, the clearing phases of the moon until we get to the new moon in Taurus on Tuesday, May 11th. Oh my goodness gracious, right? This is an April to May read. So yeah, and of course I'll have those reads up from, let's see, that would be new moon in Taurus, I guess, to, let's see, that would be full moon in what comes after Scorpio, Sagittarius. Yes, because the sun will be in Gemini. Look, I sort of did math. So yeah, all I can ask for anybody watching any of these readings, right, is both feet on the floor if you can, focus on your breath if you will, standard YouTube reading rules apply. It's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus sign, because you're going to get different situations or the same situation from a different planetary point of view. That, you know, you need to be aware about what to intend, what to cast for, and what to clean out, so that maybe by that new moon in Taurus, you're ready for a whole new beginning. Let's see, please take, like I said, all the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box. And I'm done explaining. Aren't you done explaining? I'm done explaining myself. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, moon's in Leo when I'm doing this, so get ready, folks. I am Leo rising, Mars conjunct, so let's do this. We are going to start with a delightful deck. I have not reviewed it yet, except to say that I love it. The Magical Spell Card deck by Lucy Cavendish. I just freaking love her name. Lucy Cavendish. She knows her shit with a name like that, right? To get you first a little bit. Oh, by the way, what's funny, they told me the decks to put out, and they told me what order. I'm like, why this order? And they go, look alphabetical. And sure enough, they're in alphabetical order. I was like, okay. So you're the first ones, Aries. You always are. At least on my channel. Please take a nice deep breath. because this is no joke. We're starting with the ancestors, please. The ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm watching this video, receiving this reading. Wow, I can't believe we're starting with this. One card in clarity, please, for them. What is the spell fragment, right? The magical spell card that will help them form their heart's desire. When the moon rides at their peak, then the heart's desire seek, and it's in Scorpio, so that can be all like sex, money, power, all that kind of stuff. So just a little clue, tip, or hint, you know, what's the magical spell card that they need this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus? Creativity. Love it. By all above and all below, let me connect. Let creativity flow. That's about getting your chakras in alignment, right? That by all above, that's a lot. Right? But let's just say 8th chakra and above, right? That's a lot. And all below, that's everything, pretty much. Let me connect, let creativity flow. This is about being tuned in, tapped in, turned on. If you want to Abraham Hicks yourself, it's a really good intention to start with. Now, creativity about what? Well, let's see. This is a waning moon read. So this might be like releasing creative blocks. We're going to turn to the crystal oracle here, right? So we got the wait, was that right? The magical spell cards? How is that even possibly alphabetical? Oh no, it's like Pantheon. That's what it is, right? Ancestors, angels, ascended masters, the collective pantheons, goddesses, gods, and the higher souls of all involved. That's how it's alphabetical. Wow, that I can even remember that. You know, that's them. Okay. Ah, mysticism for fun and profit. So yeah, so what's the crystal? Gem mineral, or maybe just what's written in the book, the oracle, because this crystal oracle is no joke. It actually has oracular messages in it that have seemed pretty, well, at least they play out in my life, right? So what's the crystal or the stone? Help you ground this, right? Working with that spell of creativity. Please take a nice deep breath. And I do call upon Archangel Ariel, please. Archangel Ariel of the North and the powers of Earth, my own personal Archangel, the Archangel of Lyons, please. One card in clarity. I feel you, my beloved. For the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, I'm watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the crystal oracle message, or the stone itself, any of that, all of that they need to do the spell of creativity with? That would be hopeful, right? This full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus, April, May 2021. Oh, you got the sex one, Crocowite. Now look, creativity and sexual energy, same thing. Second thing, all second chakra, right? In your Aries, I know, Crocowite, C-R-O-C-I-T-E, Croaswite, whatever, how the fuck you want to say it, C-R-O-C, like the shoe, or the Odile, O-I-T-E, right, Crocowite. Yeah, I know this one, and look, it's very pointy, like for a sexual energy, someone's like, it's like, don't stick that in myself, or anything of myself in that, that's, well, you know, there's a song about a hedgehog. Go ask Nanny Og. Sorry, I just zoomed right past it. I'm having fun with these reads, though. That's, at least I got that going for me. Crocowite. Change, creativity, sexuality. Now look, creativity, literally, the word is in the book and on the card right next to it. A new phase in your life is just around the corner. And again, we're waning to a new moon. Creative possibilities surface from a chance encounter with someone new. This encounter stimulates inspiration, passion, and a greater optimism for life. Isn't that nice? Ain't that the best part of breaking up? Finding someone else you can't get enough of? I just lose fair to you. It's not lose fair. Your sexual energy is also, it is lose fair. Your sexual energy is also on the rise. And this draws new people and circumstances into your life that you will find exciting and stimulating. How nice for you. Wonderful changes are in store for you, yet you're also being warned to be cautious. Appearances can often be deceiving, no shit. So look for inner beauty and truth before you allow yourself to be swept off your feet. I mean, unless it's, you know, a weekend, and you know the beginning, middle, and end. You know the deal ahead of time. Just saying. look, your creative energy, there's good stuff like around the corner and you're building up to it. So for a waning moon read, this is kind of saying, there's something here about your creativity and your sexuality, and they are linked. That's why thunder only happens when it's raining, and players only love you when they're playing, right? Why is that? Because their creative energy is moving. What are they going to do with it once they come off stage, so to speak, right? They got to put it somewhere. They have to dissipate. They have to discharge. Let's move along, shall we? Let's ask the Ascended Masters here, General Assembly, although with the Crockaway card there, that could be soul contract talking to me, or what is the mantra that you can do with the crystal in support of the spell, right? So you cast the spell full moon, you work with the stone on full moon, you follow it up with whatever Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck is going to give us, the voices of the Ascended Masters. Please take a nice deep breath. And I just had a kitty cat bonk my foot, and I have bare feet right now, Pisces moon that I am. Don't you wonder what goes on under this table? No, really, don't you, Aries? You probably don't. Breathe. Ascended Masters are enjoying me today. That's good. We're having a good day today. Please, my Ascended Masters, one card in clarity, General Assembly. We're not necessarily going to jump to soul contract here right away, please, for this Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, watching this video, receiving this reading. What is their perfect healing mantra they need with this healing spell, with this, well, maybe it is a healing spell, the spell of creativity and the Crockaway, the creativity, the sexuality. There's definitely a lot of healing going on there and some new stuff coming in. This new, full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus, April, May 2021, embracing worthiness. Now look, honey, everybody's got worthiness issues. The soul, the truth of who you are, is worth this entire universe. The conditioning, however, that's been in your cell tissue and your genetic heritage for, who knows, thousands of years, that's what gets in the way. So I call this one the Thorgy Thor mantra. If you read me, please comment below. Although the words are not exact, it reminds me of her so much. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. Incredible, right? I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. And I'm going to read this from the bookie book, right? There are only two that I'm doing bookie books with, and this is the second of the two. Everything else is straight from the crown chakra out my mouth. Embracing worthiness is a very, very powerful thing, particularly this last little bit at the end. Please take a nice deep breath. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body. And it does feel amazing, and it feels amazing when worthiness dawns. You know that life has a bigger plan in store. You're able to navigate the highs and lows of each moment, aware of the greater cosmic force at play. Worthiness grants you permission to honor all that you are and moves you in the direction that fulfills your deepest passions. This mantra is ideal for feeling more joy, working through creative blocks, and helping the body heal. There's a healing element to this. If there is second chakra stuff going on, and second chakra is not just all about your genitalia, right? Lower back stuff, right? Intestinal stuff, constipation, hemorrhoids, anything like that. Oh, hemorrhoid, okay, granted, that's really more root chakra, but they're connected. Well, all the chakras are connected. And please, something can be out of whack in your root chakra and affect your crown and vice versa, right? You don't know. You don't know your own chakra system. No one does. Just take it as it comes, right? So to embrace this worthiness, this is a way of energetically just trying to heal everything here. And healing your creativity and healing your sexuality. And I'm going to say removing blocks. This is a waning moon read. So by embracing your worthiness, what is that going to do? That's going to release conditioning. Look, I know I'm a different generation. I'm 52 years old. I'll be 53 September 6th. Yes, I am a Virgo. Haven't I mentioned it 10 billion times today? So I know that I picked up a lot of conditioning that just doesn't exist anymore on this planet in terms of what kids are getting. Right? It's just a totally different world. Totally different world. The conditioning is totally different. And honestly, for better or worse, it's probably about the same, just extremely different, right? So when it comes to your worthiness, I'm sorry, kids today, you let them draw on the wall. Well, if I drew on the wall, I'm not going to say I had my ass handed to me, but, you know, just, you don't do that, right? Screaming in restaurants, just and now I get it. It's like, let our children have their voices. I get it. But if you've got a different kind of conditioning now with social media, right? It's like, my numbers aren't as high as theirs. See what I mean? I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. That is going to shift. Look, I don't own Crocowite. I never even fucking heard of it before I got this really, really great deck, the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, pluggity plug. I don't get any kickbacks for that, although I would love a piece of Crocowite. With this creativity, honey, just work this. Just work it. And get yourself on YouTube, the Missy Elliott video, work it, and let that be your mantra every single fucking day. I do. Works for me. You know Missy Elliott's on my playlist. I love her. Please, any woman of power, any feminine energy of power, regardless of gender, honestly. All right, let's keep going now. Here's the one. Here we go. Ready? The Caroline Myss Archetype deck. Womp womp. Here we go. If you're familiar with this deck and my work with it, what we're going to do now is really ask the collective pantheons. These three are the cast. This is what you're casting for. These next three are the clear, right? We're gonna do the Caroline Myss archetype deck, sort of like the 8th chakra stuff. Then we're gonna do Daughters of the Moon, the Heart third eye crown stuff, and then we're gonna do the Mythic Tarot, the Root Sacrum Solar Plexus stuff that you need to look at to kind of let go whatever's there, whatever narrative's there for you. And then we're gonna conclude. So it's actually a cast, clear, and conclude read. With voices of the higher selves, whispers of oracle love. I'm digging this. Please, I'm having fun. I hope you are too. Please take a nice deep breath. Look, if you want just a quickie code word read, this is not your channel. Although you never know who we're gonna bring on, right? We could have a reader come on and do that. You know, that's fine. Whatever. To each their own. But I've been doing this for too damn long. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, my collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved for this Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the dominant archetype in play for them that they need to alchemize from lead to gold to sort of clear out, right? Clear out those extra 3 elements in lead so that it alchemizes into gold. This full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus. Oh, gee. Oh, jeez. The divine child archetype. How lovely, considering Aries is the child of the zodiac. Now, I've said it a billion times, it feels like, though I haven't made a billion videos. The child archetype everybody has because it's a member of the survival family. Go read Sacred Contracts by Caroline Myss. Oh, hey, just skim through some stuff and put survival archetypes, Mace, child in there. You would get so much info, right? Everybody's got them. Even nations, corporations have the child, the victim, the saboteur, and the prostitute archetypes. Archetypes are patterns within the unconscious mind that actually structure soul powers that you come in to develop in each lifetime in what's called a sacred contract. Not just a soul contract between two people, twin flame, soulmate, blah, blah, blah. But, like, what did you come into this life to do? This gives you a little bit of a key here, and this is lovely. The child archetype in any of its forms, because it's a dominant archetype, survival archetype, everybody has it, but it has sub-patterns in it. This is the divine child, but the child archetype regardless, and you should know this, Aries, particularly if you're like a moon sign, this is an Aries moon, this is going to make a difference. It is the guardian of safety and innocence, right? So when a child feels safe, an Aries child that feels safe, oh my God, they'll turn the house upside down if they want to, right? They have that, right? But if they don't feel safe, they won't even want to go to Baskin Robbins, right? If that child doesn't feel safe, it doesn't matter what you do, right? So Aries, there's some inner child work here for you. The shadow side of the divine child archetype, which is, I have the divine child archetype in spades. The shadow archetype, an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. When I was a kid, the visions that I had and the divine forces and the angels and the demons, and that's how I learned to pray. I mean, I learned how to pray as a means of survival. That's a divine... Gee, Mark, what lovely jewelry you have. Yeah, they all represent a divine being that intricately woven into, right? So, had to learn that one, right? And to see the world through new eyes. The light attribute, innocence, purity, redemption. I just received a new grace. I'm going to have to write a new book, or it's a grace book too. The grace of redemption. Grant me the grace of redemption, that the truth may be revealed and the love, power, and wisdom that was gained in this situation be shown. That's what redeems the situation. It's the love, the power, and the wisdom that came out of it, right? To see through the eyes of innocence, purity, redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. Darling, embracing worthiness, who are you not to shine? Read the last bit of Return to Love by Marianne Williamson. It's a famous quote. Oh my God, I can't believe his name just went out of my head. Damn. I really suck at names, and it's a horrible thing. It'll come back around. Nelson Mandela, thank you. That was probably Nelson Mandela who said so. Quoted Marianne Williamson, the quote about who are you not to shine, and I'm paraphrasing wildly there. And so everybody thought it was his, but it was actually her. It was from her book, A Return to Love, and that book was a life changer for me. It was, well, it's Course in Miracles light, but it really got me into the Course many years later in ways that saved my life, and that we are all divine children. Really, we're all the child of God. There's only one of us, and we cannot sin in a dream, right? So, shit, that's a lot. That's a lot. And, so, your innocence in your sexuality, your innocence in your creativity, right? That you're worthy, right? We all have conditioning about our sexuality and our creativity, all second chakra stuff, right? It doesn't have to be from society at large. It could be one other person. Second chakra, one-on-one relationship, right? It could be one adult, one child, one contemporary. Could have happened when you were a kid, could happen now, but trigger something that happened when you're a kid. Clear that out, because what you want is by all above and all below. Let me connect, let creativity flow. This is removing the blockages to that flow, sweetheart. So let's get you some tarot narrative. What is the yin energy on this? The energy inside of yourself that you need to be aware of to clear out, or at least maybe there's something there that help you clear it out. Daughters of the Moon Tarot, please take a nice deep breath. My goddesses of air and the sign of Aries, please one card in clarity for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. I'm having a field day with this. I love this spread. Even the last ones were knocking it out of the park. That fire, earth, air, water, spirit spread. Thank you. So please, what do they need to be aware of inside of themselves that either needs to be clear or may help them clear their emotional power, their willpower, their mental power, their spiritual power? With this divine child archetype, embracing worthiness with crocowite and creativity, this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new, is such an intense vibe on that suddenly. To new moon in Taurus. I know it's one of you too. The Ace of Flames, the Ace of Wands. Gee, there's a new seed of... It's the word creation is actually written on the card. Creativity, creation with crocowite. Another card that said creativity on it. And you just got to embrace your worthiness so that kid can what? Oh my God, connect to the divine. Let me connect, let creativity flow. This might well be about allowing divine energy to flow through you, but really all energy is divine energy, just it's on a sliding scale of lead to gold. So really look at your ability to defend yourself against negative forces. Now, for negative forces doesn't necessarily mean like the armed forces. And I don't mean to call in our armed forces, but that's what I mean, like an armed force, not the armed forces. Don't get me wrong. I love a man in uniform. I really, really do. You'd think rebel like me, but the divine masculine energy with courage and honor and diligence, a real warrior archetype, gold, booster gold. Not exactly my type. So really a lot of, to put it in the form of a pentacle, a lot of fire energy here. I mean, it's the first sign, it's the first card of the minor arcana of the suit of wands, of flames. It's very Aries. I mean, this is really, really lining up. This is really, I don't even think I need to go all that much deeper with that, because there is an inspiration. And it may be ping-pong and back and forth, right? Heart, throat, third eye crown, heart, throat, third eye crown. Do I want to do this? I don't know. Let me think about it. How does it feel? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because if this child doesn't feel safe, but if it's ready to redeem, right? Is it really ready to use that intimate connection with the divine to alchemize this and move forward? I get it. Let's see what this looks like on the outside. Something to do with your root, sacrum, solar plexus. How you look from the outside looking in, or some aspect of the physicality of this. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, I don't know if you can hear my wind chimes upstairs, but that one's really cool. My gods of fire and the sign of Aries, please, one card in clarity for the Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. Please, my beloved gods. What is it they need to be aware of that maybe will help them clear this out? And it feels like that ace of, actually that ace of wands, that one of flames within is there to help them. It is that seed. It's almost like the motivation. The raison d'etre. the thing kind of pushing them forward here to do this. What does that look like on the outside? Oh, I would have taken that. What does that look like on the outside, right? So this divine child within them can embrace that flame, embrace their worthiness with that crocoite. And I do get the sexual creative energy thing here still. And with that creativity really being a channel for something divine to come through. What does that look like from the outside looking in? This full moon in Scorpio, waning to new. Waning to new. In Taurus, you got the Justice card. We got the Justice card in this deck, the Goddess Athena. And I could talk about the Goddess Athena for days. She was my matron for a year. All of my gods, pretty much all of them, have all played a role as either mother or father of me for a year. And as a Justice card, honey, and it's not that she's cold and heartless. She's not. She's not. She just sees the larger plan. So in terms of the outside looking in, you really do have to make sure that you are getting yourself into balance, or there very well may be, not necessarily a legal issue here, but a fairness issue. Now, this is a waning moon read, as I keep saying, so it's like, what needs to kind of be let go of here? What needs to be released? Well, if there is certainly destructive influences, negative forces, sorry, let's really use the words written here. If there are negative forces around you, then to really come into strength and power through balance. Now, I'm going to say, known as the Libra card, Libra is your opposite sign. So even there's a balance that's going on here. So this might be a thing in terms of your outside world, in terms of creativity, balancing what you want versus what you believe. Oh, I want it, but... right? Even if you want to go Abraham Hicks, that's the law of deliberate creation, balancing desire and belief, fire and air. It just is. It just is, and that's what I'm getting here. And believe me, the beliefs you could pick up, you might have picked up as even a little teeny tiny child about creativity and sexuality and self-worth. Subconsciously, you don't even realize they're in there. Like, we're little sponges for, like, what? The formative years. What's that, 1 through 4? 1 through 5, right? And then going to school and start a whole new level of conditioning through society, which is absolutely necessary, right? It's what we all go through, one way, shape, or form, right? Even in tribes, they have their own, like, and I'm talking like indigenous tribes, they like not connected to society and technology kind of tribes, still have their tribal processes, right? This is what we do, this is what we don't do. It feels like a lot of that is being shed here, and why wouldn't it affect your creativity and your sexuality, which is also going to affect your second chakra, your income and your money. So there's a balancing out here, making things fair, but I'm going to tell you right now, it may not be fair through the eyes of humanity. This really feels like this is going to be fair and balanced according to by all above and all below. See what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you want to channel this divine creativity into physical form, and believe me, that doesn't necessarily mean it's some sacred thing that everyone's going to acknowledge as sacred. I mean, come on, the whole album Mirage, right? Rumors? This is a sacred album, right? You know, like those, the Globe sessions, right? Sheryl Crow. I mean, the crow's one of my spirit animals, but I didn't realize that they spoke through Sheryl, you know? It's like they don't, sometimes artists in particular have no idea that they're bringing through something of a sacred and divine nature. So there's something balancing this out and about making it fair, but it might be from even, some would say, perhaps a past life or a karmic thing going on here that involves your sexuality and your creativity. Last card down. I'm crossing my legs for this one. Whoopsie doopsie. You can put both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath. I will focus on my breath because I can. Breathe. It's a hot read. Here we go. With that innocent divine child. See, you know, that's the thing. When that child feels safe and connected and knows that you love it no matter what it's feeling, that's how you alchemize that lead to gold in anything, really. Love is the answer. What's the question? That child is just, it's infrastructure, it's circuitry within you, it's an archetypal pattern that allows you that instant receiving from your relationship with the divine as parent, mother, father, God. You get the idea. Breathe. Higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above. All right, 8th chakra and above. They said, uncross your legs. Please, what is the whisper of love? What is the piece of information, inspiration, insight they need as a conclusion here? As to kind of put an end on this, a period on this. For the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, and even going out of order, the embracing worthiness, right? What are they casting for? Embracing worthiness, creativity, and with that, crock away, creativity and sexuality. What are they clearing out? They're clearing out stuff in the divine child archetypes of this creativity, that ace of fire, that burning will, choice, desire, passion inside of them can what? Manifest into a fair way, can really balance that out so this child can be safe and connect and what? By all above and all below, let them connect, let creativity flow. So what's the message from the higher selves for them to go with all of this? Last card down, this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new. Did you see that? In Taurus, which is what you are, Melky. You are. Hey, buddy. Did you see the little kitty face? Hi, buddy. I love it when we get a feline witch cat cameo. Hey, buddy. Lay down, lay down. He's so good. Do something for someone else. We just do something for someone else. Do you know this is an Aries read? I'm kidding. Sort of. Do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. It's a little... Now, for some of you, you're going to know exactly what that means. But for your higher self, what they're saying is that what this is within you absolutely has to do with somebody else. That's what I think this sexuality part of this is. And that somebody's coming in, right? Perhaps somebody's coming in and maybe someone's on their way out. But it said your energy is high. So it's like a magnetic field drawing in, that your sexual creative energy is drawing people into you. But this child needs to be protected from what? Negative forces. People who might be wanting to take advantage of you in some way, shape, or form, right? So to do something for someone else, that's a challenge. That's saying, can you do this? Can you take this spark, really? The ace of wands or the one of flames, however you want to say that. Take this spark of creativity and sexuality and do that while embracing worthiness. You know, once you know your worth, your gifts come without a hook in them either way, right? Or there can be, someone can give you a gift, there could be a hook in it, you know, like a fish hook. And you're just like, no thanks, because you sense it. You just know. It's like, Or even if it's revealed later, you just walk away and like, nope. But when you know your worth, you know, well, here, I'm offering this without attachment, right? And this could be sharing this creativity. This could be an impulse within you to serve, to heal. You might want to go look at your work, career, vocation reads. Just finished those up a couple of days ago and started off with Aries. So what an interesting read here. Let me put it all together for you. And not necessarily in order drawn. Please take a nice deep breath. My pantheons of the divine, may the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, be blessed with all that they need to cast and clear for this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus, that they may alchemize the divine child archetype into the gold of innocence, purity, and redemption, experiencing that special connection with the divine, while things come to balance and justice in their physical world. really good thing to cast and clear for, and particularly in their creativity and sexuality, because they're showing me second chakra with the hips, Libra. That balance, right? The balance within the hips, which makes walking possible, right? Stepping forward, doing something for someone else from their own higher self comes that while they embrace worthiness, feeling every cell of their body so they feel amazing, so that this ace of flames within them, this one of flames, this spark, this creativity has the freedom to grow and fulfill itself through the cycle of creativity, that by all above and all below, let them connect, let creativity flow, for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be, and so it is. So read my Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Did you like it? Like it. You want more? Subscribe. You feel like commenting? Please do. You want to read my book? Links below. You want to play on Facebook? Links below. You want a private read with me? Easy as pie. Reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. But if you email me at drawingthecircle@gmail.com, you might be in the spam filter until I check it, because I just can't check it every day. I'm the president of a company. Drawing the Circle Productions, bringing people together with spirit since 1998. Oh, it's so good to be alive. Oh, and doing what I came in to do. So wishing you all the very, very best and very, very blessed. This full moon in Scorpio waning to new. Go cast and clear, my darlings. Farewell, and blessed, blessed be.